It was Lute, and his song "Baby," birdsongs. However, I didn't know him, and I didn't know he dropped an album. Now I've been looking for Lute. I don't know why I'm saying his name weird, and I don't know why that is. Right? Um, I know he dropped an album or an EP. I didn't know he dropped anything. So this project is new to me. I'm just gonna kind of talk. I totally forgot. Totally forgot. So I see all JiD's post about it and said, "Oh, he got a new single out. I'm gonna go listen to it." So I'm listening to it, and he has Sada SABA, and it's featuring JiD. The song is called "Birdsong," and this is just kind of my review on only the song by itself because I didn't know he had an album out, which I'm gonna do a review on his album. I promise. I just realized that he had released an album, and I can't give my full opinion on that album until I listen to it like 2 or 3 times, and I haven't already. I listened to the song "Bird Song" and then realized it was part of his album or his EP. No disrespect towards him at all, or anybody. I just wasn't paying attention to it. So, "Bird Song." Right after our words from our quick sponsors, and I'll get right into it. So, Lute, JiD, and Saba are on this song called "Bird Song." Now, Lute's verse is interesting. It's with him really talking about things he needs to fix. Like he's saying, "Okay, I did some things wrong that I want to right," which is great. And if you are in a situation where you have done something wrong to somebody, and you're at that point where you can admit that you're wrong, please admit to it and just kind of try to fix it if you want to. If you don't fix it. He also claims that there's a lot of people that think, and I think this is the huge conception about rappers. They believe they're better than somebody, but never have the proof. Like there are gonna people that say, "Oh, I'm better than JID, I'm better than Kendrick, I'm better than Cole," and no one ever has proof. Like I don't know what this is about rap specifically because there's no genre besides rap that you have people saying, "Yo, I'm better than you," but then they can't explain why they're better than you. And I think this kind of thing with, and as he says, with no proof, like how are you better than me? If we're talking about sales, how are you better than me? If we're doing, like, what are we basing you're better off than me in? And I think this is the main concept. That this is why anybody in rap cannot agree on who is their favorite top three, because it depends on what you're looking for and who is better than who in what category, right? But he says, you know, they said that better than me, and they have no proof. They claim to have no rappers than me, like, and I said, is it sales wise? Is it like what is it wise, right? If it's camp wise, that's not true. But like, what is it? And then JiD adds on to him and says he saw a bird at his door, right? I don't know if JiD had the chorus or if he just had like a short verse. But he said, because the song is very short. I think this song is 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And JiD just talks about seeing a bird at his front door and remembering being loveless, like when he couldn't find love, like almost loneliness, like you're just by himself, kind of just vibing out. And Saba, it's kind of refreshing, because I do love people that really talk about factual information. Not saying Lute and JiD don't, they really do. They really do talk about black issues and issues of race and stuff like that, and they talk about it in one of like the cleverest ways they ever do. Now, I have no problem with how they talk about race. I'm not doing this off of race at all. But I think he's just bringing up stuff with Black lives. And I think that there are some times, for example, when Jordan Lucas did it, I think there are some times where you need to see both perspectives of things. And Saba does it on this track with his first couple words. But he also says later in the song, later in the verse, he really just says he wishes people the best, and that they stay blessed, right? But he claims he's married to the game, which I think that's an old rap line where he's saying, I'm married to the game, like I'm married to rap. He says, whatever you think is costing you is costing me more because I'm either with you or I'm paying for more of the stuff. Whatever it costs you, I'm paying more. Like either I'm paying homage or no matter what I'm doing is going to cost me more because of the way I maneuver and do my things, which is true. But he also says at the end of he ends his verse perfectly with him saying, "Life is a test." Right? Because we don't think about it much, but going through a lot of stuff that happens in life, you're like, well, I gotta make this decision, I gotta make this decision, I make this decision. So if I gotta make this decision, then it leads to this answer or it ends to this result. We're not graded on letter grades, but there's a lot of people that will say, well, I got this far in life, so that's an A for me. But it's not really about letter grades. It's about, I hate to say this narrative, but people say the strongest survive, right? But it's like, can you live the choices you make? If you can live the choices you make, that's fine. With no regrets, if you can do it, but it's rare. It's a quote that a lot of philosophers used to say. They say it is rare for somebody to live their whole life with no regrets. It's rare, right? So that's what I said. Life is a test. Sometimes you mess up, sometimes you don't. And I think him saying this within all of his context of his verse, I think is very powerful with the time we're going in now. But Saba doesn't really mess anything up. He speaks genuinely facts, and majority of his rhymes are always like this. It's always a deeper thought with his lyrics. So, as I said, I didn't necessarily get to listen to the whole album. I will, but listen to Birdsong. It's a great song. Everyone did their part. It didn't lack really anything. I haven't seen the video for it, but it hasn't lacked really in anything. So, definitely go ahead and listen to that.